broadcasting live from Dodge College of Film and Media Arts. The Chapman Sports Broadcasting Network brings you this exciting matchup tonight of SCIAC Conference play for women's volleyball. The Chapman Panthers taking on the Caltech Beavers for the second time this season at Hutton Sports Center. I'm the color commentator for tonight, Dan Batson, joined by my lovely play-by-play commentator, Lindsay Johnson. Lindsay, we have a great game tonight on our hands.
Yes, we do. This will be a very exciting matchup, coming off of a couple of injuries from the Chapman side, but we have seen that the Beavers have come out of a 6-game losing streak, and we will see tonight that if the Chapman Panthers will be able to break that or keep it going.
Yeah, before we talk about these two teams, we have to give a special birthday shout out to Marley Johnson. She turned 22 years old today. So to all of her friends and family at home, we just want to say happy birthday, Marley. And she's been an amazing player this year, and she's definitely one to watch. But before we get into all of that, let's get into where these teams stand in the SCIAC standings. Obviously, Claremont dominant as ever, but they just took their first loss to Laverne, so a little bit of movement on this board.
Definitely, and as we can see that Chapman is about in the middle and Caltech is towards the bottom of this leaderboard. And Chapman is currently edging out Caltech by 2 wins. And let's see if we can keep that winning streak tonight.
And now as we're going to look at between these two teams that we have matching off tonight, obviously like you talked about, that 2-win lead, but Chapman's leading in every other category. Those kills per set, those digs per set, obviously Chapman leading very handedly this 2023 season. But before we get into tonight's action, we want to head down to our sideline reporter, Ainsley Savant. She had the opportunity to talk to some of the Chapman Panther players before tonight's game. Let's head down to Ainsley and hear what she got to learn.
Here at the Harold Hutton Sports Center, the energy in the stadium is electric. Families are starting to pile in. We can tell that this game is going to be a good one. But I am Ainsley Savant, and I will be your sideline reporter for tonight, keeping you updated on everything that will be happening on this court. But for now, let's dive into what we can expect for tonight's game. For the Chapman Panthers, they have had in the last 6 games, they've had 3 wins and 3 losses, so the game could really go either way tonight. For the Caltech Beavers, this game could be a pivotal turnaround for them, as the last 6 games they have not had the best luck. But as for injuries, I had the opportunity to speak to one of the players on the Chapman Panther side. She has an injury, number 2 senior Chloe Allen. She hurt her pinky in the very first home game, and so this has put her out for the rest of the season. But for tonight, she just wants her teammates to have so much fun and be excited about this game, which is exactly what we will do tonight. So back up to you in the booth, Dan and Lindsay.
Thank you so much, Ainsley. Awesome to hear from Chapman players, and obviously it's so sad to hear about Chloe Allen coming off that captain senior season, but injuries, it plagues all sports. But let's talk about some of those players who will be on the court tonight that are going to play an impactful role. And let's start with Caltech. Obviously, they've got some heavy hitters on their side, but let's talk about Sophia Parker. I mean, look at those stats. She's doing great offensively, defensively. She's playing on the net really strong. I think she's going to be a key player to watch tonight, and we should continue to watch how she plays against the Chapman Panthers. It's her second time seeing them, but we've got 2 more following this, don't we, Lindsay?
Definitely, we definitely do, Dan. And let's go next to number 10, outside hitter Claire Perhatch. She has been an amazing player on this Beaver team with her 92 kills, 20 blocks, and 38 digs. She has just been a monster out on the court, just being a star player overall. She is really going to be an interesting player to watch in this game and see how she can carry her team. And she is a similar player to one of the next players in the Caltech team.
Yeah, Hallie Blend, she has been the option for them on that second ball all season. Obviously, you see 280 assists. She's played 67 sets this year. She's been a force for them on making sure that sets go to the right places. And 280 assists is nothing to scoff at, especially for Hallie. Hallie is going to be the one to watch and see when we watch in those transition and in those plays. But let's talk about our very own Chapman Panthers. We know them a little bit better, but look at that. It's star captain senior Julian Kennison waving at us. She's got 258 kills and just, a slight 205 digs. I mean, she is the epitome of a 2-way player who plays all the way around, in the back row, in the front row. I mean, she is the person you want on your team.
Definitely, she is. And she is similar to number 11 setter Gabby Carbonell, who, look at these numbers, folks. She has almost 600 assists in her gameplay. That is just breathtaking to see out on the court. And her other numbers are nothing to scoff at as well. With her 234 digs, she is just a beast out on the court. And it'll be so exciting to see in this game tonight how her gameplay can just continue to make the Chapman Panther team thrive.
And how can we talk about star players if we're not going to talk about one of the most impactful middle blockers in the league right now, Tana Callahan, one of my favorite players to watch. Look at those stats, 89 kills, 54 blocks, and 10 aces from the service line. You cannot ask for much more from your middle blocker. Someone who is consistent, can play both offensively and defensively, all over the net. Tana Callahan is going to be the one to watch on our special camera that we set up for tonight, right on the net line. But it's going to be an exciting game, folks. Like we said, these teams coming in from 3-3 and 0-6 in their last 6 games. Lindsay, let's talk about predictions. Obviously, it's one of the favorite things we get to do here. Score for tonight, what do you think it's going to be?
I don't know, Dan. We've seen some amazing things from both teams, but I don't know. Despite that the Chapman team has had some injuries lately, I still believe that the Chapman team will be able to take the win over these Beavers because the 6-game losing streak is proving to be a large feat for the Beavers to conquer. And I don't know, I feel like the Panthers are just going to continue to bring that power that they have been, but it will still be an exciting game to watch. Yeah,
they're in a bit of a slide, but you know, I think when we're talking about predictions for the score of this game, I do see the Panthers taking this game 3-1. Obviously not counting the Beavers out to get at least a set, especially if they take that first set and bring the momentum early. But this is an impactful game for both teams. Obviously, we saw in those SkyAxe standing earlier that they are in the middle of the pack and a bit lower in the middle of the pack in the SkyAxe standing, so they're not making a rush towards the SkyAxe championship, but they're hoping to turn the season around and maybe get to 500 for both these teams. But Lindsay, we talked about key players, but let's talk about some of the key players we have tonight on our cameras, in the control room. We've got a great crew working this CSBN live game tonight. Let's talk about what it takes to make a game like this work.
Definitely. It takes an amazing crew with so many strong, different people who can just come together and really create an amazing broadcast like the one we have tonight. People with many different skill sets who come together. Like, I personally, I'm not a camera guy. Cameras, I'm still learning that. But I don't know, I love to talk and love to commentate on the game, so everybody has their own different perspectives and things that they can bring to create such an amazing broadcast like this. And what do you think, Dan?
Yeah, we have, I think, one of the best teams in the SkyAxe. We love making this. This is a completely student-run club. This is all volunteers. We do this on our own time because we love live sports broadcasting. So make sure to follow all the action on @CSBN Live on all social media pages because you're not going to want to miss any of this tonight. But we talked about this SkyAxe matchup. We're talking about volleyball. We both had the privilege of calling some of our Tier 3 and 4 broadcasts this past year. What's been your favorite moment for this team that you've seen here at home?
Ooh, favorite moments. I would say probably one of the last games that I commentated. It was just amazing. I love, like, especially from certain players like Marley Johnson and Olivia Sampson. I've really noticed that the two of them can really make just amazing hits out on the court. And there's this one technique that I've actually noticed that I love that they do. When they do that little tip right over the net just to psych out the other team, that's my favorite thing that I love to see them do on this court tonight.
Yeah, I think they're going to really have to utilize their strategy here. Obviously, we talked about some of those blocking numbers before, and as you can see, the girls are starting to do their hitting lines, making sure they're warmed up and ready to go. Caltech is suited up as we're bringing you the action here in just 1 minute and 18 seconds. I think this is going to be a great game, like we were saying, Lindsay, and I think the crew is ready to go.
Yes, we are, and I'm excited to see where this game will take us for the Chapman Panthers volleyball record, and it'll just be an exciting game overall.
And there you see Coach Mary Cahill. Coach Mary Cahill is entering her 34th year as head coach here at the Chapman University. She also played 2 years here on this Chapman women's volleyball team. And if you can do the math in your head, folks, that means she started coaching in 1989. Does that ring a bell for anybody? Maybe some Swifties out there. Yes, that's correct. 1989.
Taylor's version today.
Maybe Taylor's version. Maybe Coach Mary Cahill's version tonight. I think it'll be a fun game. And obviously, she's got some experience. She's got some great things going for her. But we're going to toss it down to the gym as we're about to enter the national anthem and as we pay respect to our country.
That's amazing.
Sports Center for tonight's SCAG women's volleyball game between the visiting Caltech Beavers and your Chapman University Panthers. And so please rise to favor and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Played there on the PA system. The national anthem has just concluded, and now the PA announcer will get us through the starting lineups. But here on CSBN Live, you get the full screen graphics and get to see their headshots as they are going to go through. And there you see Shreya Thapol, Elise Baker, and Hallie Blenn starting at both the setter positions and the outside hitters. And the Caltech Beavers are going to finish up with their last three: Celine Wu, Claire Perhatch, and Julia Murgia. I think this is going to be a great starting lineup for the Beavers. We talked about some of those key players in the pre-show there.
Definitely, yeah. Those prove to be a really strong group of girls that we can see. And I'm really excited to see where this game will take them and how they can prove themselves out on the court tonight. And let's see where the Chapman girls on the starting lineup will be tonight. So we have number 11 setter Gabby Carbonell, number 1 outside hitter Olivia Sampson, and number 13 middle blocker Hannah Callahan. All three of these girls whom we have mentioned in our pre-show. Gabby and Hannah both being key players, and Olivia just as a strong mention. And now we have number 17 outside hitter Julian Kennison, number 16 outside hitter Marley Johnson, and number 24 middle blocker Annika Rude. They also have all been such strong players this season.
Yeah, those are going to be the starting lineups for this SCIAC matchup tonight as they're finishing up out there on the court right now, doing their 2 claps, getting ready to start this amazing game. And CSBN Live is happy to bring it to you all tonight.
Oh, yes, we are. And I feel like this is such a fun moment where we can see the girls just celebrating one another, you know, from team to team. Oh, and here we are. Here is the energy out on the courts that we love to see.
And this is where winners are made. You've got to bring the energy in the first set. You have to assume that the team wants it just as bad as you. Even though we're pretty deep into the season, these teams can try to make a push to make 500, but definitely not in contention for the SCIAC championship. They really want to bring the energy and finish strong. This is what this sport is all about. These girls work night in, night out to show out and be here. So we're going to see them work hard and hopefully get the win here for both these teams. They're gonna fight for it.
Exactly, yeah. We're all very excited here at Hutton Sports Center to see where this game will take both teams. And it's just amazing, I feel like, just to see the type of energy that the teams are bringing and trying to claim this, trying to get these last couple wins in the season and make sure that they can edge out on top of the other.
And here we go. The girls are assuming their positions in rotation. Obviously, those Zaberos subbing on. The refs making their final moments to check those starting lineups. As we mentioned before, those 3 key players for Chapman starting strongly here. Hannah Callahan stepping off first because Annika Rudd is going to step in there for those first 2 rotations. And here we go. It looks like the Chapman Panthers are going to start with the serve here. Won the coin toss. It's a great way to start the game.
All right, yeah. All right, let's see where this game will take us tonight. And I love seeing this kind of energy out in the courts this early on. Just, you know, these fun little high fives and everything, just creating an amazing team atmosphere. And now number 11, Gabby Carbonell, starts with setting the ball. Quiet out on the court. And she serves the ball. All right, and hit right across the court. Oh, and point Beavers.
That's a great start. Like we said, we want to bring the energy soon and quick. Gabby Carbonell getting that first serve over the net, that one's always the scariest for me. But
exactly.
It's great that that one's good to go, and now the Caltech Beavers leading by 1.
All right. And the ball has been set by the Beavers onto the Chapman side of the court. Ooh. All right, and point Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers running their in-system offense there. Obviously a great pass straight to Gabby. Gabby setting it up, and Olivia Sampson now serving. A great hit. Good stuff to start with.
Exactly. Let's see her serve this ball. All right. Ooh, strong hit by Sampson. She has an amazing she's an amazing hit, I feel like. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Sampson with the dig there. Obviously she's happy about that. That ball was turned down the line, and Olivia Sampson, feet planted, ready to go on the receive, and there she goes, extending the service for herself.
Exactly, and now it is 2-1 Chapman. All right, ball. All right, ooh, number 5, Clara Cronin with a great dig right there. Ooh, this has just been pure back and forth right now.
And that's a double there for the libero. Obviously, that's an unstoppable force there, honestly. Marley Johnson, Annika Rude rising up to the occasion, pressing the hands over. A great block for those two. Now 3-1 Panthers.
I feel that Marley and Annika are an amazing duo out on the court, and we see them shine just in moments like right now. All right, let's see, Clara Cronin with a great dig, and back on the Beaver side of the court. Ooh, back to Clara. Ooh, Olivia Sampson just threw it right over the net.
It's a nice push from Olivia. Got to put that ball over, and now the set's out. Clara Cronin getting an opportunity.
Ooh, great dig. Oh my gosh.
Clara
and that
Cronin,
is out.
Using her judgment there, saw the ball, making sure it was out. Clara Cronin with a few digs here in these first 5 points. Got to give your hats off to her, but Caltech's got to find another place to swing, maybe down the line more.
Exactly. I feel like it shows great discipline. Just let the ball go out like that. And now we have the ball. All right, dig by number 11, Gabby Carbonell, and now Clara Cronin. Oh,
got the touch
Beavers
there on the block. That'll be a point to the Panthers.
Oh, point Panthers on that one.
That ball was deflected. Wasn't pushing the hands over as much as they needed to. And Olivia Sampson extends her service streak to 4.
Perfect. Amazing. Look at that serve. Look at her go.
That's a great serve, forcing the free ball. Got to score here.
Exactly. Ooh. Oh my gosh, an amazing dig by Sampson.
And that one is going to go off the tape. Julian Kennison on the attack there, but unfortunately just a little too high for the net as Angela Addis, number 3, steps on for Olivia Sampson. Going to play that DS position. She's actually a setter at heart, but has accepted that DS position quite well.
She has. All right, and that ball was quiet out, so that'll be a point Panthers right there. And Angela Addis, who's just subbed in, actually from my high school, played volleyball there in Concord, California, so it's fun to see some representation from the Bay out here tonight.
Shout out Concord. Julian Kennison's going to think about that one. Obviously a free ball over. Want to crush that ball. I know that feeling all too well, Julian. Don't want to get caught up in the net, but that one, you got to just shake your head and move on to the next ball.
Exactly. All right, and a great dig by Clara Cronin on that one again. Oh, all right, point Beavers. Little hit on the net on that one.
You could hear the Beavers on their bench saying, "Roo." One of my favorite parts about women's volleyball, the cheers, and they're bringing the energy. We said it's so important.
I agree. It's so fun to see what they can bring on the sides of the court, but all right.
That one off the antenna. You saw the refs, their flags going up immediately. The Panthers going to take that point. quite easily.
Oh, yes. Yes. And I feel like one of the things that I've seen most personally in the Chapman volleyball team is that they most need to improve on their communication skills. But I feel that right now we're starting off with a very strong energy, and I feel that they're showing their communication out on the court. So let's hope this will stay in for the rest of the game tonight.
And Carolyn Liu subs on for Julia, the setter from Saratoga, California. That ball hit well,
Great
but not
dig.
enough.
Oh, great attack, but that was out for the Beavers. So point Panthers, and now we're looking at 8-5, Chapman up on top.
Yeah, just a little long there, but a great idea to turn down the line a little bit more. Obviously, Clara Cronin covering hard angle. We're going to see if the Caltech Beavers go more that side. And that is a service ace for Julian Kennison. Write it down in your scrapbooks at home.
There we
I think
go.
There's going to be a lot more of those tonight.
Exactly. That one into the stands on that one, went into the bleachers. All right, and that was a great serve, number 17. Ooh, up in the air.
Now Hannah, just like any middle blocker would and should take the credit for that one. Obviously that just hits the net, but that's going to be a timeout for the Beavers early, 10-5 in this first set. It's a great start if you're a Panthers fan.
I agree. And also, yeah, I feel like even though the Chapman is taking the lead, it's still a good game. There is a great amount of back and forth out on the court, and I feel like that's what makes a game just so fun to watch. Yet, of course, as a Chapman student, as Chapman fans, we're happy it's 10-5 right now.
And you can see in that huddle, the coach for the Caltech Beavers, that's going to be Tom Gardner, walking them through, talking about what their game plan is to come back from this 5-point deficit, obviously leading early. But here we go. We've got the Chapman Panthers in their huddle as well. Our president and one of our producers in the field making sure that the ref isn't touching our very cool net camera that we hopefully will get to use sometime tonight, maybe when we're talking about a joust or something up on the net. It is such a cool addition. I mean, we're talking about a real life professional broadcast that we're bringing you guys tonight.
Yes, we
student
are.
Run. It's incredible.
I'm excited to see those angles when we get the time to see them. All right, now we have number 17, Hannah Callahan, ready to serve the ball.
Number 17, Julian Kennison.
Julian Kennison, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Oh, you have to be excited for that. You can hear the girls say, roof.
That was amazing.
Kidding me? Olivia Sampson showing that fundamentals kill. Rising to the occasion, hands pressed over, straight down at your feet.
She is an amazing force in this team. Oh, and right there we saw from the Beavers. One of those right little tips that we love to see, but Chapman deflected it, and now it is a point to the Panthers.
That's what we like to see. Obviously going to Olivia Sampson once again, throwing it power, and Hannah Callahan rising to the occasion, making a quick movement.
Great dig by the Beavers on that one. Ooh, right over the net. And Clara Cronin dove to get the ball, but unfortunately it did not prove well for her, which led to a point for Caltech.
Yeah, they're starting to tip now. They're realizing that block is pretty strong. Playing it into the donut, making sure they can maybe find someone. Clara Cronin is going to step up probably a little bit more now.
Exactly. Oh, and right over the net.
Slide there, looking nice.
Oh, that was an amazing dig by Cronin. It looked like a one-hander.
This is going to be a free ball for the Panthers. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Back to Cronin, and Carbonell sets it up.
A nice rally for this team. Caltech wants this point.
Ooh, great spike by Marley Johnson. And back to Marley.
Now a free ball for the Beavers.
Oh, that's one of the things that I think is most powerful in the game of volleyball. When you can get the ball just between the players on the other team, so no one can, just right out of their reach, so nobody can get it.
Yeah, we call that hitting into the seam, trying to find the player, and like you said, it's a great spot to get a point. Gabby Carbonell with a dump, but the libero there read it very well, and that's going to be a net on number 15, Carolyn Liu. Just got a little too close for comfort, and Hannah Callahan is going to step out. I was going to say, we talked about her in the pregame with her 10 service aces, but looks like they're going to bring in a serving specialist for her.
Exactly. It looks like number 15, Leanna Ono, coming in.
Oh, look at that shot. I mean, come on. That is just
beautiful.
Picturesque.
It is. All right. Oh, that was just out.
You're happy if you're a Panther there.
There we
Obviously, swinging to that angle side, swinging to that one zone. It's something that you like to do when you're in middle, but obviously Leanna Ono back at the service line, and it's 14-7. The Chapman Panthers leading commandingly in this first set.
Exactly. All
Our
right, right into the net on that one.
Of the night. Obviously, you know me. If you remember me from last year calling these games, I keep a count in my head because it was one of the things that plagued the Chapman Panthers last year. So I'm holding up a number 1. The Panthers with 1 service error in this first set.
Okay, let's hope that it stays at a low number for this game. Oh, and that was an amazing spike by, let's see, oh, right over the net. Oh, just out of Gabby Carbonell's reach.
Yeah, and now we saw that's the second time, maybe third time that they've tried to tip, and 2 times successfully so far. So I think Clara Cronin is going to feel a little bit more comfortable taking that step up and filling that space now.
Exactly. Ooh, that was a great dig by Sampson.
That one shanked a little bit, but saved, but now it's a free ball.
Oh!
And we talked about her during the pre-show. That's Claire Perhatch. She is dominant. And like I said, she hasn't played as many sets, so her numbers don't look the same, but we saw the attack, we saw the force there. Claire's going to be one to watch.
Yeah, she's still a dominant player. All right. And right over the net by Annika Ruud. And, wow, all right.
That one called a double on Gabby Carbonell. Not sure. Oh, never mind. A lift.
Interesting.
A lift from the dig there. Wasn't sure if I really followed too much, but
yeah, that one was a little, I don't know what went on there in the middle. That was a little interesting.
Thought it was a double due to the late timing, but that one dumped over.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
A big block on that weak side, Gabby.
Ooh, and that was an amazing spike from the Beavers side. Oh, right over the net. Oh, let's go Point Panthers. I love those little right over the net little tips there. And I feel like that the Beaver team has really been employing those on their side of the net tonight. But what I think that has been one of the Chapman team's most successful strategies in their volleyball playmaking.
Yeah, especially when they're attacking that strong side, those taller players coming up for the block, making a business decision, maybe thinking about using the hands if they want to swing hands, but obviously the tip over. Safer, especially if that libero's not stepping up to fill that space like we were talking about.
Exactly, exactly. All right, and now we're getting served ball. Oh, and into the net, unfortunately. It's all right, it's all right.
That one's always tough. It's on the tape. Unfortunately, it's kind of a 50-50 if that one's going to go over on your side or their side. And
exactly.
We never really like it, as you can see Gabby Carbonell showing her signs off, making sure she knows where her players are going. Exactly. I can see the slide from here. One of my favorite calls.
I love it. Ooh. That was a commanding spike. Oh my gosh, the Beaver team is shining with those spikes tonight. Just right out of reach of the Chapman players.
You know, I think it's important, even in men's and women's volleyball, to establish the middle early so you can make sure you get the ball to your pins and force that blocker up in the middle. Caltech's doing just that.
Exactly. All right, and that was just out by the Chapman Panthers, and now Caltech is closing in on this lead. The Chapman Panthers had a sizable lead at the beginning of the set, yet now the score is currently 15-14, Chapman on top.
Yeah, their largest lead of the night, 7 points. Caltech Beavers making it just 1 now for the Panthers. Obviously, they've fought their way back into it, and I guess head coach for the Caltech Beavers, Tom Gardner, had some pretty impactful things to say last time they were in a huddle.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I know. I don't know what was said in that huddle, but it got these girls with the most commanding gameplay we've seen yet tonight. And now we see both teams in their huddles. Chapman finishing up with a fun little fist bump thing. See, that's the fun little energy. We love that kind of team spirit. And yeah, one thing that you were speaking about earlier, Dan, was that communication. And I feel like that we have seen that slipping a little bit with that hole in the middle. So hopefully we can recover on that and make some improvements for the rest of this set and the rest of the game.
I think that's a great point, as we see Sophia Parker there on the bench, number 17. showing out for her team, and there's the Chapman bench doing the same. Obviously, they've got the cheers, they've got the smiles. They're ready to get their team back into this. Still 15-14. We're going to make the push to 20. People who listen to CSBN Live know. I think the team that gets the 21st wins. Let's see it happen.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, yes. I have been informed of the same rule. Let's see it. Let's see it. Who will be the first to 20? We don't know.
That point going to the Panthers. Olivia Sampson now at the service line. We saw her go on a bit of a run the first time she was back there. Let's see if she can repeat that.
Great serve right there. Ooh, great spike.
The set's out. That's Clara Cronin now.
Oh, let's go, point Panthers. That was a great spike there by the Panthers side of the net, by the Panthers side of the court.
Yeah, that's senior captain Julian Kennison, number 17. She was one of those ones to watch tonight.
Yes.
She's adding to those dominant stats we were talking about earlier.
Yes, she is. Olivia Sampson is just amazing. Oh my gosh. That was just right out of Carbonell's reach on that one. Those little tips are really what messes up the other side. It's crazy.
Yeah, Caltech utilizing what I like to call the donut there, that hole in which the players need to fill, need to walk into. Angela Addis is going to be a great addition on defense here.
Yes, she is. Oh my gosh,
and that
Angela.
is why, reading the block, getting it back up, keeping the point alive, Angela Addis, that's why she gets put in.
Exactly. Oh.
That's a great call. Like we said, the discipline there to read the ball. Clara Cronin and Angela Addis both say that's out. Keep their hands down. And just like that, Clara Cronin, who has the school record for most school service aces in a game, 7 of them. Let's see if she can continue here now. Let's
see her go. Oh, all right, ball high in the air on the Beavers side. And back to Clara Cronin. Ooh, little tip. All right, number 13, Hannah Callahan, just did that great little tip that we love to see.
Yeah,
it's
Hannah
just such
Callahan,
a powerful move in this game of volleyball.
Taking a page out of my book. We get to play together during one of Coach Mary Cahill's classes in the spring. And
that's amazing.
I'm known for going up with the left hand because I miss it with my right. And Hannah Callahan taking that one handedly, as it seems as if they forgot to make a substitution.
Oh.
And now Liana Ono will sub on for Hannah Callahan, just for the technicality of it. Got to make sure that they're not using up all their substitutions and make sure the paper works right. A lot of people don't know that those people working at the scorer's table where it says Chapman University Athletics, they're not just changing the numbers on the scoreboard. They're keeping track of a lot of things.
They are. There's a lot goes in it, just these games and these broadcasts. There's a lot of moving parts, and sometimes they can get kind of messed up like it is right now with these substitutions, but the Chapman team is recovering.
And now it looks like the refs are going to come together and have a chat as the fans are trying to keep the vibes all good, and both teams seem to be having a huddle, just chatting a little bit, maybe talking about game plans here.
Definitely.
But if you're the Panthers, I think you're pretty happy coming into the race to 20, but like we said, Caltech coming back.
Exactly, and Chapman is only 2 points away from this race to 20. So, and Caltech only down by 2. So it'll be exciting to see who gets there first.
It will be exciting as number 3 for the Caltech Beavers coming on for Helen Brackney. That's going to be Gabriella Twombly, the computer science major senior from Weston, Florida.
Let's see her go. Oh, and we're seeing that fun energy from the Caltech side of the court tonight. All right, and served by Claire Perhatch. Ooh, and that was an amazing attack by Marley Johnson. That was just some great power, great drive that we see from her like we always do.
Yeah, we're happy with that. The birthday girl showing up and showing out. Number 22 this year. Obviously, Marley's happy with a point on the scoreboard.
Oh, yes, she is. All right. Ooh, and the ball went right into the net from the Beavers side. And now Chapman is first to 20. Let's see it.
That is the first for 20, and that's a big block from Hannah Callahan and Julian Kennison there. They're happy with that, and Hannah Callahan and Julian both working well together as that is a service ace for the birthday girl.
Amazing. B-Day girl is shining tonight. There's lots of cause for celebration out on the court, lots of fun things to be excited about, and Marley is one of them.
Caltech taking another time out here honestly, if I'm Tom Gardner, I'm doing the very same thing.
Yes.
Stop the momentum early, disrupt their energy a little bit, and try and get some positive affirmation for the student athletes there for Caltech, because, you know, you're not out of this game yet. It's only 5 points. One good run can really even this back up, and you just want to keep that energy rolling. But, you know, I think we're in store for a really great game. You know, I said that this game is really going to establish how this game goes, and 21-16 is nothing to scoff at.
Exactly, I agree. And as Chapman is only 4 points away from taking the set, it'll just be, next couple plays will be really interesting to see if the inspiration of Tom Gardner will change the Caltech play by any means, or will the Chapman team take this set?
As you can see, the girls there laughing on the sideline. They're just happy to be here. Obviously, they've worked so hard. Practices. I mean, these are student athletes, people. They're Division III. They're not on scholarship. They play this game because they love it, and we broadcast this game because we love it.
Oh, you know, yes, we do.
These are amazing student athletes and amazing people when you get to meet them and learn from them. You know, it's truly an honor to be able to be up here and broadcast for all of them. Marley Johnson serving.
It most definitely is, Dan. And all right, we saw, all right, point Panthers. It was a little back and forth on the tips. That was amazing.
Callahan, I talked about it in the pre-show. She is dominant on the net. She's swinging, she's blocking, she's tipping, redirecting. She is the GOAT. She is amazing.
All right. Ooh, that was a monstrous attack from the Beavers' side. Oh, and now it's just a little tip. Clara Cronin dove to get it, but unfortunately could not attain that point.
Hannah's talking to her teammates there. She's saying, I'm forcing the tip. Just be there. I'm forcing the tip. They can't swing on me at all. I mean, if I'm the Beavers, I'm not swinging. That's for sure.
Oh no!
Hannah Callahan putting up a block that seems unstoppable.
Yes, she is. Ooh!
Oh, come
Hannah
on!
Again.
Come on!
Oh my gosh! What? It hit the basketball? Oh my gosh! It hit the hoop. That was crazy, folks.
Hannah, that is disgusting. Are you kidding me? A slide from that far out?
That was
insane.
That?
What is that? That is incredible. I mean, 23-17. We did talk about the team that gets the 21st wins, and that's what it's looking like, but not. If I have to put a 2 up in my right hand, 2 service errors, that's tough.
But this has just been amazing. I think Dan is just really calling all of Hannah's amazing moves here. This is just truly an amazing game for Hannah.
That ball is touched. The Caltech, that ball is going straight back to the Panthers as Liana Ono is going to sub back on. She's going to be the serving specialist here for Clara Cronin.
Here she is, all right.
Clara Cronin / Hannah Callahan when it comes to substitutions for middle blocker, libero.
Ooh, high in the air on the Panthers side of the court. Let's see where this ball will go. And
that whistle was blown.
Whistle was blown.
The Olivia Sampson touched the top end of the net. You could see the sideline refs motioning towards that as the Caltech Beavers looking to make a push here, but unfortunately, only 1 point left to play.
All right, let's see where this game will take us. Will the Chapman, all right.
The Chapman
and here
Panthers gonna close that first set out, 25-19. You gotta be excited if you're a Chapman Panthers fan, but even if you're a Caltech Beavers fan, you're watching from home, you're watching with friends and family. I mean, it's a great first set. We talked that this was gonna be a tough matchup all night. It's gonna be a fun game to watch, and they didn't disappoint in this first set.
Definitely. This has just been really exciting to see. And the Chapman Panthers, it was a very even match for the most part. While the Panthers were able to keep a comfortable couple-point lead, the Panthers were able to take this match beautifully.
All right, well, we just recapped a little bit, but we're going to toss it back down to the sideline where Ainsley Savant is going to get us a little bit more in-depth.
That's right, Dan and Lindsay. If you are a Panthers fan, you are very happy about this first set. Chapman Panthers had a very strong offense, and they were very strong in their communication in this first set. We have some amazing stats for you. For the Panthers, they had 14 digs and 18% in hitting and 2 serving aces. This was a very great set for them, but we will have to see where they will end up in this next set. And for the Caltech Beavers, they just need to work on their communication a little bit, but we will see how that goes. All right, back to you up in the booth.
Ainsley, it's so awesome to hear from you and get some of those inside stats that, you know, we were looking at a little bit on the live stats up here, but it's awesome to hear for those people at home. But let's talk about some of those key plays and watch some of those highlights and re-talk about all of those super cool moments. Obviously, on your screen here, we saw some amazing digs from Julian Kennison. But that ball was sent over, and unfortunately, that ball was out for the Caltech Beavers, and the Panthers are happy with that one. But now, coming into set 2, Lindsay, what can these Beavers do to get right back into this?
I feel like they're just going to have to, you know, employ more strategy. Just fix some of those little bugs that they've been working at, like just keeping the ball inbounds, just making sure that they're able to take care of those little tips that the Chapman team is so amazing at securing, and just creating an amazing teamwork and communication for their team.
I think the biggest thing that the Panthers can rely on and think about going into the second set is going to be their blocking. Their defense on the net has been impeccable. Obviously, forcing the tips out already, making sure that Clara Cronin steps up to fill in the gap. Maybe it's Angela Addis at times, but making sure that they're tipping already in that first set is incredible, and making sure that their presence is known on the net, especially Hannah Callahan and Julian Kennison.
Definitely.
They were part of our pre-show and the ones to watch. So
yes, they
that's
are,
a reason
and they
they're
have
there.
proved to be the ones to watch this game.
That's right, as we're going to enter the gameplay for the second set just right now, 20 seconds before we tip off once again. This is going to be a great second set, I think, as Sophia Parker looks like she's stepping back out onto the court. Let's see if the Panthers can repeat what they did in the first set. Obviously, Marley Johnson, Julian Kennison, Olivia Sampson, Annika Rude, Gabby Carbonell, Hannah Callahan, and of course, Clara Cronin. The same starting lineup starting in this second set here for the Panthers.
What an amazing group of girls.
Yeah, I feel like we've said a lot of their names, you know, a couple of times tonight, and almost equally. It seems like they're really working together and everybody's getting some hands on the ball.
Definitely. I'm really happy that their teamwork and communication has proved to be a shining and driving force of their gameplay tonight. And I'm excited to see where this will take us in our next set.
And it looks like the starting lineup for your Caltech Beavers will be Marissa Till, Claire Perhatch. That's going to be number 15, Carolyn Liu. Libero, number 7, Celine Wu. And Sophia Parker, number 17, the outside hitter. And serving now is going to be number 4, number 9, I'm sorry, Hallie Blend, the setter there, as we enter this second set of gameplay. This should be good.
Oh, yes, it should, Dan. And Hallie as one of our key players. I'm excited to see how she can take over this game and just, you know, prove herself and how her gameplay will shine through. Oh, and all right. Wow, Point Panthers starting off strong in this match.
Bit of a miscommunication there. Always tough when that seems to start happening, but you're happy if you're a Panther there. You get the point, and even on the bump set there, as looks like Gabby Carbonell will step back to the service line.
All right, let's see her go. Oh, and little tip from the Beavers side. Oh, and a tip from Olivia Sampson.
That ball set a little high. She has to tip, and Claire Perhatch just misses that ball, misses the contact, and falls underneath the net.
All right. Now Chapman is up 2-0 right now, starting this set off strong. And Gabby Carbonell is serving the ball. Ooh, Clara Cronin with the dig. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Ball just floated right over the net there.
Gabby Carbonell working Marley Johnson now, and obviously that ball set a little bit off. You could see Marley communicating with Gabby there, saying, okay, my bad, that's one that I should get to. As
exactly.
Number 4 for Caltech, that's going to be Elise Baker coming on for Marissa Till. I'm sorry, the other way around.
Oh, that was a great serve from the Beavers side. Oh, Olivia Sampson coming in hot. That was oh my gosh, that was an amazing attack by Sampson.
Yeah, she is pretty on it there. She's pretty locked in.
Oh, yes.
Making sure the set there works for her, and she's happy with that to find that in the power corner.
She is just an amazing, strong drive that just really carries into her gameplay.
Sophia Parker leading a free ball over. Let's see if the Panthers can capitalize.
Ooh, 17, Julian Kennison with a strong hit right there. And let's go, Point Panthers. Ball hit the net from the Beaver side.
And they do capitalize. That ball just lands out of bounds. Like you said, Julian Kennison with authority, making sure her presence is known on the court.
Oh, yes. All right. And back on the Beaver side.
You can see Julian Kennison shaking her head a little bit after that one. Obviously up there for the block with Annika, making sure that the hands get pressed over the net. She's saying, okay, that one was pretty easy. I'm getting that one next time. Here we go, Claire Perhatch serving.
All right, and ball, strong attack by Marley, but right into the net. And it could not be recovered by number 17, Julian Kennison. So the point goes straight to the Beavers.
That one running all the way across the net, back over.
And that was a little dance
Kennison.
right there. That was interesting.
That ball short, but Clara Cronin gets to it.
Amazing dig.
Call it a double on that, on the push over. Can be an interesting call, especially when, you know, you're obviously pushing to their side. You're not setting a teammate, but, you know, it's really up to whether those refs decide on rotation, awareness.
Exactly. As of right now, it is a tied game. And no longer it is tied. Point Panthers.
Yeah, that's going to be 5-4 for the Panthers there. You're happy if you're the Panthers, but obviously the Caltech Beavers, you know, finding their stride, getting right back into this. It's nothing like the first set for them.
Exactly. Yeah, the Caltech Beavers just really have, all right, and Point Panthers. But for the most part, they really have more of an energy out on the court that they didn't necessarily have in the first match. But here we are. We will see where this will take us. All right, and there's some discussions. And served by Clara Cronin. Oh, that was a thunderous attack, yet nowhere near bounds.
Yes, that was a great attack, like you said, but obviously making sure you're snapping the wrist to keep it within those black lines there on the court.
Exactly.
But we talked about it, especially hitting power as that one soars out of bounds.
That was some discipline showed. Oh, my gosh. I think that, that was some real discipline from the Beavers side of the court right there.
Yeah, number 6 now subbing on, Shreya Thuppel. She's studying bioengineering. She's from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Oh, nice. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. Make sure that one's saved to your highlight reel, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Running
definitely.
the stack. Come on.
That was amazing.
Got the blocker to jump, and Julian Kennison absolutely crushing it.
She attacks on the court. And like we talked about when we were discussing our key players for the game, she just proves game after game how much strength she has in her volleyball gameplay.
And number 4, Chanel Sudd, stepping onto the court for the first time tonight as
and
she
Point Panthers
serves and gets the point on this first ball.
That was amazing. Yeah, I feel like it's just so interesting. Oh, all right, and timeout.
Yeah, Tom Gardner calling a bit of an early preemptive timeout. We saw him do this last game when the Caltech Beavers went down by 4 or 5, and I think it's the right call. When they came out, they did make a little bit of a push to 15 and almost, you know, evened it up, and there he is right there, Tom, talking to the team, you know, maybe going over what's coming next for them, but, you know, I'm happy on how they started this first set, keeping it close.
I agree, definitely. Makes it a very interesting game for us. But now, as the Chapman team has gained a bit of a comfortable lead of 4 points, not too comfortable, just enough to keep a slight edge out above the Caltech team. And I feel like what's interesting that I've noticed about a lot in the Chapman games is that the Panthers are able to keep a couple-point lead for the majority of a match and just edge out ever so slightly the other team.
Yeah, and we saw the one of the longest tenured coaches here at Chapman University.
Oh, wow.
That's Mary Cahill, her 34th year coaching. She played here for 2 years after transferring and was an All-American. She is truly one of Chapman's finest and an amazing coach and teacher here.
She is. And now the ball is on the Beaver side of the court. Oh, and just a light tip. Oh.
That one they're going to call a double on Kira Sarney. Unfortunately, looked like when that ball rolled over, both girls may have touched it after the block, and you can see both Kira and Hannah lining up on the left side there as Sophia Parker at the service line. We talked about her in the pre-show.
Yes, and we have seen, like, it was a couple plays ago, we saw Sophia have incredible discipline to just, she was right next to the volleyball, but just let it go right out of bounds so that she could attain the point. And now we have some discussions going on the court right now.
It looks like they don't know who doubled.
Interesting.
And,
that coach that you were discussing, who has been here for, she's had amazing tenure with the Chapman team. She knows what she is doing. She was able to talk to those refs, and there we go. Point Panthers, right into the net by the Beavers.
And you know what we say in the business is the ball don't lie. Obviously, the ref makes a call there, says the double, but then Coach Mary Cahill says, who made the double? And he doesn't really have an answer, and that ball goes straight into the net, and we say the ball don't lie.
Ball does not lie. All right, and back on the Panthers side. Let's see it, Olivia. Oh! Amazing attack. And that was just right in bounds. So point Panthers. And here we go.
Come on.
She's okay, we have an 11-6 lead by the Panthers. See, this is what I'm talking about. This comfortable lead, which just makes it perfect so the Panthers can keep getting more points.
Kira Sarni gets a finger on that and now attacks, and that's going to be her first point of the night as she can put that one down on her scorecard.
I thought that ball was going for the scoreboard on that one. Oh my, that was high in the air.
You're happy about that? Obviously, that ball's in system. It's played well, and Kira gets a point on her scorecard, and now they look to extend the lead up by 6 now.
Exactly. All right. Oh, and dig by Clara Cronin, and back on the Beaver
shot
side.
There for Sampson.
Ooh, right over. Oh, there she goes again. Olivia Sampson with those amazing attacks. And the Beavers side tried to recover it when it was high in the air by the basketball hoop, but they could not avail.
Yeah, Olivia, commanding this offense now, obviously playing that pin hitter side, playing that outside hitter position, as we can see Julian Kennison now serving. This is going to be, an amazing time here as now the Beavers get the ball back, but it's 13-7 now.
Amazing lead. Let's see it. Oh, and right over the net again. All right. Clara Cronin again. What a strong libero she is. She just proves game after game how even in these tricky shots, you can always find a way to earn more points.
Kira Sarni looking for an angle there. Now on the block, and
spiraled off of the Panthers.
That one looked to be off of Hannah's face. We're taking that. We're taking that one on the cheek, though. We're stronger than that, Hannah.
Exactly.
You
got it,
You've hit me
Hannah.
in the face a couple times. I've hit you in the face a couple times. We move. We ball.
Exactly.
Okay, come on.
Olivia
Come on.
again. That was insane. She is a powerful force on the Chapman team, and there she is, adding point after point onto the scoreboard.
Because they've established in the middle. They've run the ball to Hannah a couple times now. They have to jump. They have to respect it, leaving Olivia wide open. And there you go. You see it there.
Oh, yes, she is. There she is. Oh, that was amazing.
Digs,
another strong
kills,
attack.
Serves. What more can you ask for from your pin hitter? I mean, she's all over the court, playing defense, playing offense. She's right now, she's my MVP.
No, me as well. Second I see the ball go up in Olivia's direction, I know magic is about to happen on this court. Let's see it. Oh, okay. Point Panthers. That was amazing.
You can see the girls on the bench patting the head, making sure they know that ball is off her head.
Exactly. And now the Chapman team has double the amount of points as Caltech right now, leading 16-8. Now, I was saying earlier about how comfortable of a lead Chapman has been keeping in their past couple games, but right now, this is looking like a great lead in this set.
Yeah, you're happy if you're the Panther fans, obviously, but, I don't want to count the Caltech Beavers out of this.
I would
obviously,
not as well.
It's an 8-point differential, but no team has hit 20 yet. And like I always like to say, the first team to get to 20 ends up with the win. But you can see on the broadcast there, Tom, Mary, those coaches on that split screen, there's a lot of experience. There's a lot of games coached there. There's a lot of wins there.
Oh, yes.
And I think it's super cool to see that, we're getting a little inside scoop on what's happening in those huddles.
Definitely so. All right, and now the Chapman team is only 4 points away from getting that little 20-point mark that we love to make note of. And I personally have never seen that rule be broken. So let's see how Chapman can go in the next couple points.
Now you can see the Chapman coaching staff having a bit of a laugh there, but immediately straight back and locked in, ready to go.
Locked in, that's what we say here at CSBN.
See that guy in the hair, fixing his hair. That's Brian. That's one of my teammates from the Chapman Men's Club volleyball team.
Oh,
what
really?
A legend. What
That's
a legend.
amazing. All right, and onto the Beaver side of the court here. Ooh.
Julian gets a hand on it, but not quite enough to keep it in the court, and that's what you want if you're a Beaver fan. You want to come out of the huddle and get a quick point, cut down the lead bit by bit. Exactly.
All right, and now the ball's being set. And that is Hallie Blend with the ball setting right now, serving right now. Let's go, Olivia.
Oh, come on.
Great block, great block. All right, let's see it.
Looking great out there as Kira is going to sub off for Gabby and Marley's going to come on for Chanel. Obviously, they're going to swap positions as Gabby's going to come back instead and Marley's going to play that opposite side. But great stuff from Kira there and Chanel as well, obviously, extending that lead massively.
Definitely. Yeah, right now we're looking at a pretty sizable lead, and this is great for the Chapman team. And now we're back on the Beaver side. Oh, that was a monstrous attack, yet far out of bounds. So point Panthers right there. Only 2 points away now from our 20-point benchmark.
Yeah, we talked about, snapping the wrist to make sure it stays in bounds. And I can't believe it. It's number 7 senior Natalie Spencer coming on for the first time that I've got to call a game with her playing, but she's going to be in the front row with Marley and Annika.
That's amazing.
As that one soars out of bounds, and that's going to be number 4 for Caltech coming on. I believe that is Elise Baker coming on for number 1, Marissa Till.
I feel like we've really seen how the main issue for the Caltech Beavers so far has been the out of bounds issue. They really just need to snap that wrist like you were saying. And now we are back on the Beaver side of the court. Now to Chapman. Oh, and point Panthers. Those little tips are just so magical in these games. I swear, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're happy when that one turns out the way you want it to, as Natalie Spencer now goes to the service line, and it's 19-10 now. This game seems just a little bit out of reach.
Oh, yes, it does. High in the air on the Beavers. Ooh, great dig. Oh, my gosh.
It looks good there, actually. Maybe they should work on that.
I agree.
That back row attack a little bit more. Obviously, that ball's a little bit out of system, but I actually like the way that back row attack looked. Obviously, you're throwing off the blockers a little bit to kind of wait and sit on that ball a little bit more. Maybe throwing that in a little bit more would prove beneficial.
Now that one was soaring out of bounds from the Chapman side. Point Beavers on that one. But now Chapman is at a 9-point lead. We've hit the 20 benchmark, and what does that mean for the rest of this match? We will see in the next couple moments.
Yeah, bringing on Angela Addis again. Now you've got probably your 2 best defenders.
That was a thunderous attack from Marley Johnson. Oh my gosh.
I guess you can say she was saying happy birthday to that ball.
Oh,
making
she
sure
was.
It knew its place right there on the other side. But like I was saying before, you've got your 2 strongest defenders and probably your strongest blockers out there now. This game's feeling a little bit impossible for the Beavers.
Oh, it is. It very much is. Ball is spinning high in the air. Oh, great attack by number 17. And
That's
Angela with that great dig. Oh, all right. It went right in that donut, like the term you've used. It was right out of reach of all the Chapman players, yet in the middle of all of them. But it's all right. It's all right. Chapman is still up 21-12.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit before. She's hitting into the seam. That's Sophia Parker. We talked about her in the pregame and the impact that she's making on the court. as we now have Sharia Thuppel coming on, number 6 at the service line. She's going to try and get the Beavers back in this.
Yes, she is. Oh, and ball is soaring out of bounds. See, it's really that issue of just snapping the wrist. That's what seems to be one of the biggest battles of this Beavers team tonight.
Chanel Sudd subbing on for Gabby Carbonell again. She's going to be serving as Kira Sarney, one of the Chapman ambassadors, coming back to play opposite. And here we go as the Caltech women's volleyball team.
Oh, right into the net.
You know, compete there on the back row attack as that one goes into the net. And you hear the Chapman bench really bringing the energy now. The cheer is loud and proud.
Exactly. All right. And point to the Beavers on that one. Yet it is still looking like the Beavers were really bringing it hard at the beginning of this, really making an even game for the Panthers. Yet right now, Panthers are just in the lead. They're dominating right now.
Yep, Sophia Parker now at the service line again.
Oh, great dig by Angela Addis. Oh, just out of reach.
And you'll
1
take
point
that.
away.
You'll
Exactly.
take that. Obviously, you're forcing set point as Julian Kennison is at the service line. And she's going to look to close this out. Just 1 more point in this set 2. Not much closer than it was in set 1.
Exactly. Ball high in the air on the Beaver side. Oh, just out of bounds. It's all right. It's all right. Panthers are still only 1 point away from maintaining this win.
I like that play a lot. You're running 2 different options, kind of in that middle spot, and you know I think it's really cool that they're trying out, they're experimenting. But come on,
Oh,
keep
that
it
was an
simple.
attack.
And Kira Sarney with a great bump set there, but a free ball over. Let's see if they can play defense and end this game. Not quite.
Right now, it seems that the Beavers are bringing in a little bit of spice, just making sure that holding out so Chapman can't get that last point. They're doing a good job of it right now.
Yeah, I think they're ready to continue to fight for the set, even though it seems like it's a bit out of reach. As Kira Sarney
And there we
now
go.
says, let's finish out this set 2. Let's go to set 3 and try for the sweep as the Chapman Panthers finish out 25-15, a 10-point lead, a strong lead throughout that game except for those first 5 points. Lindsay, that was a much different game than we saw in the first set.
Oh, it was. See, in the first set, we were seeing, it seemed to be more even playing field for the 2 teams. Yet in this set, we were seeing just Chapman point after Chapman point. And it seems that the Chapman team is just dominating on the court right now, Dan.
Yeah, and I think they're going to try and continue that into this 3rd set, but I wouldn't be surprised. We saw some cool substitutions there, some seniors. Kira Sarney came on. I think this could be the time where Coach Mary Cahill tries out some new lineups, some new players that maybe aren't seeing the court as much as those starting lineups that we saw the last 2 sets. But let's look at some of these highlights. There's our MVP of tonight so far. Olivia Sampson and Hannah Callahan showing why the dominance at the net is so important.
Exactly. We were discussing both Hannah and Olivia in the pre-show, and we see how Hannah has just been really dominating on the court. Yet Olivia Sampson is just proving to be an amazing player overall in this game with her strong hits.
And we got to talk about some of those Caltech girls as well.
Oh,
obviously,
definitely.
Claire Perhatch has been a force on the net as well.
Of course.
Working the ball well. And Sophia Parker coming into that 2nd set with some authority. Like you said, we also talked about snapping the wrist, making sure that they know that they're still fighting for this and they don't want to just get swept and walk out of here alone.
Definitely. Those 2 women were really proving to be their amazing key player selves out on the court. And yet, as we were discussing, those issues still kind of coming into play. Yet we can see in this next set if they'll be able to beat them.
Yeah, this is going into set 3. This is a big set for the Caltech Beavers. It's either going to be a sweep or they're going to fight, and they're going to make my prediction right, 3-1. But honestly, watching that last set, it's looking like a Panther sweep.
Exactly, and we have seen in the last couple games from the Beavers that they have been losing at 0-3. So we can see maybe that'll be the case for tonight. We don't know.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame show a little bit, that slide that's coming in for the Beavers. Obviously 6 losses in their last 6 games, and the Chapman Panthers only 3-3, but they're playing like a team that went 6-0 in their last 6.
Definitely, definitely. This has just been all the things that we've seen from the Chapman team in the last couple games have been absolutely just game changed right now. We've been seeing how the Chapman team has been fixing their communication issues, just really creating a more well-rounded team overall, and that's been proving to be amazing for our team.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing, and you know, we talked about it just a second ago. We were talking about, okay, are they going to bring in a new lineup, try some new things? Obviously, that moving pan of the bench, they've got a lot of options. That's Katie Daniel, you know, Brooke Leslie. We've seen them play a couple times this year, and here starting, we just saw her coming in with Chanel Sudd. There's Natalie Spencer. So they've got options. They've got depth on the bench. They've got plenty of freshmen that can also come in and play that maybe want to try and get some reps in those game time situations, because I've been to a couple of their practices. They're working hard, but they've got a great team dynamic, and I think that's what makes this team so great.
That's amazing. Exactly, exactly. We can see that magic out even on the sidelines. We see the way that these girls cheer each other on is just magical, and that really translates into their gameplay on the court. And let's see what number 11, Gabby Carbonell, can show for us right now. Oh my gosh. Perhatch with an amazing attack right there. And into the net. First point goes to Caltech.
Marley gets a little on top of that one, hitting kind of the bottom of that wrist there, not so much where you want to get it there, but obviously you got to shake that one off and just go right back on the next one. It's Gabriella Tombly.
Oh, amazing attack by Marley Johnson. Ball flying high in the air and just out of bounds. Now that really showed the discipline of the Chapman team right there. Ball flew right next to Clara Cronin, but she just let it go out of bounds and knew it would.
Yeah, they're happy with that one, obviously. Forcing the other team to make the mistakes, not having to fight for it as much is obviously something you're happy about, is Olivia Sampson.
There she goes. Perhatch again. Oh, Olivia. Dynamic attack. See, what's great about her is
reaching out for that one, and that one, a hard-fought point, a good rally, and the Panthers coming away with that one. They really want that point.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do. And what is amazing about Olivia Sampson is we can see her in so many different roles on this court. She can serve. She can attack. She can dig. She can do whatever is necessary of her to maintain this amazing Chapman lead.
Oh, and our first successful dump of the night, the setter dump, rising to the occasion, selling it, and that one falling into the donut like I was talking about earlier.
Not the donut, not the donut.
You are happy with that one if you're a Beavers fan.
Oh, yes.
That's Carolyn Liu who's going to get the point there, as now number 1, Marissa Till, subbing back on to play in the front row with Claire Perhatch.
Marley Johnson with a great attack right there. Oh, and right over to Angela Addis. Right over the net by Annika Rude. Oh, this is some great communication here. Great teamwork. Oh, just in bounds.
Goodness.
Oh my God.
Kennison beat the blockers, went through their hands, found the line there, and absolutely turned it. Great stuff from Julian Kennison. Is now Clara Cronin.
That play was just beautiful to watch. That was just, I just saw great teamwork from everybody on that one. I really enjoyed that. Oh, booming, but right out of bounds. Point Panthers. And Clara Cronin, our libero, will be serving.
And you can feel the tension kind of rising now. Obviously, the Panthers wanting to close this one out, experience Halloween weekend, have some fun.
Ready to go home and get ready for the parties, I guess. I don't know. But they're proving to have an amazing gameplay overall.
Yeah,
and now it is 5-2 Chapman.
They're showing why, like we talked about earlier,
yes.
They have dominance in all the other stats compared to the Beavers here. Obviously, the Beavers putting up a good fight, obviously, keeping it together here, but I'd be surprised to see if they pick up this set here and not close out this match.
I agree. I agree. Ooh, booming attack by Marley Johnson. Oh, right into the net.
We talked about these blocks. It looks like it's going just straight down from the net, but those are some hands, and that's why you keep an eye on Hannah Callahan. Come on. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
That was just beautiful. Hannah Callahan, right into that donut, like you call it. That was amazing. Oh, my gosh.
Tom Gardner talking to his assistant coach there saying, we got to find some way to break this down.
Exactly, exactly. Started off relatively even at the beginning of this, but now we're going to a 4-point lead.
Hannah Callahan jumping a little early there. Just got the tip, and Clara Cronin playing a little too far back there. Needs to step up as they're starting to tip again.
She really gets creative with how she dives for the ball. I love it. She uses all of her drive, all of her power to really make sure she gets to it, and sometimes it's just a little bit out of reach, but she has the amazing drive to get to it.
Yeah, looking for the pancake there, trying to keep the ball alive, but here we go. That one almost looked like a double.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and oh my gosh. Right over the net, and point Panthers.
Hannah Callahan a little slow to get up there.
Oh, no.
Looks like she may have tripped over Clara Cronin as they were kind of converging together to try and get into base or get into their offense, and it looks like she's going to go have a word with Coach Mary Cahill.
Not looking good on this one.
But she's
she's good.
She's gonna stay in. She's gonna power through and say, "I'm good." Just a little bit of a trip and a fall, but I want to stay in this. I want to finish this game out.
Powerful player right there.
Yeah, she's strong, she's tough, and we're gonna see here and see if she can continue to succeed. But like we said before, there's a couple other options. They've got some depth on this bench that if they want to sub her out, if she's starting to feel more pain or something like that, you know, they've got players to back her up.
Exactly, exactly. While she's been such an amazing key player of this game, sometimes you got to take a break. If you're feeling hurt, you got to take a break. And
here's Marley Johnson
with her serve. Oh, Beavers clawing for the ball as it goes out of bounds. And see, that proves to still be one of their biggest issues of this night. Ball is just either they're hitting it out of bounds or just falls out of bounds. Something about these boundaries that the Beavers got to keep into.
Yeah, Marley Johnson with a great serve there, forcing the mistake.
That tip again. Ooh. Oh, let's go. Thunderous hit by Hannah Callahan.
Doesn't even look like she was hurt at all.
Oh,
Found her stride, continues to keep it up. And like we said, she is continuing to succeed on the net. I think she has been one of the main reasons why Chapman is winning this game so easily.
I agree. I really agree with you. She is just a dynamic force on this court. And there we go with Marley Johnson with the dig. Oh!
Okay, come on. Dude.
That was crazy.
At this point, we're just flexing. Julian
right?
absolutely crushing the ball down the line again. Hannah Callahan firing all cylinders, calling for backs, calling for slides. I mean, if you're in this huddle, I mean, what are you even saying? You saying keep it up, keep it going? I mean, come on.
Keep being awesome. Keep celebrating our girl Marley's birthday. Oh my gosh, yeah, and I don't know, I'm wondering what is going on in this Beavers huddle right now. What is this coach saying that is going to motivate them to be able to...
And here's this replay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this replay as we've got, looks like one of the last points from the Caltech Beavers. Marley Johnson with the dig in transition. Not sure where this set goes. Oh, to Julian Kennison down the line. That last point we just saw.
There it is. That was just a gorgeous play. And that just proves the power from the Chapman side of the court. But I'm wondering, what kind of strategies are the Beavers trying to employ right now that will change their gameplay? Will anything happen? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously down 7 points early in this set 3, down 2 sets to nothing. I mean, it's looking a little bleak if you're a Beavers fan, but you know, one of the best things about volleyball, one of the greatest things is that can change on a dime. It's all about
100%.
the energy. It's all about those rallies and keeping them going. And you know what? It's really the team with the most energy that wins, and Chapman's been bringing it, so we're going to see if the Beavers can come out and really change the tempo here.
Exactly, exactly. Let's see what can happen in these next few moments of this game. But it's just really interesting how, you know, the records of these teams have been that Chapman has always been a little more on top, a little bit higher numbers, and that's honestly being proven in what this gameplay and what we're seeing tonight.
Yeah, and doing some research for this game, in their last 16 meetings, Chapman has won 15 of those last 16. So
wow.
This is a repeat of history.
It is.
As Hannah Callahan with another block tonight. And that one is in.
Let's go. Amazing. Hannah Callahan. There she goes.
Another kill, another point, another stat onto her stat sheet tonight. It's all over the place.
She's raking in those stats tonight. What do we have to say, folks? Oh, amazing dig by Johnson.
Yeah, Julian Kennison let the feet go under there a little bit on the attack there on the net, but you know, you're not too mad about that. You've got the energy, you're playing hard, and
exactly.
Obviously you're happy about that. As
sometimes
Caltech
in the heat of the moment, things get a little crazy, but no worries at all.
Another substitution, that's Julia for Carolyn, the sophomore for the senior.
Let's see it.
The service just waiting just a little bit as Marley Johnson wiping the floor a little bit, no slippage.
All right, let's see this serve from Julia. Ooh. Wow, all right. Point Beavers on that one. Just hit right out of bounds by one of the Panthers, but it was still some great gameplay from both sides.
Yeah, using the high hands there, redirecting the ball, and what we like to call being used as a tool, getting tooled.
Oh, amazing attack by number 17. Oh my gosh. Wow,
Yeah,
Julian Kennison is just, as one of our key players. She and Hannah, I feel like, have just been proving their names as key players. This is amazing for her tonight. Wow.
Yeah, let's talk about running that play. They've run it a couple times tonight, throwing the 2-ball to Julian Kennison. She gets a service ace there. You know, I mean, you can't ask for much more from your senior captain. Leading the charge, playing in all of these sets, playing around. I mean, she's been great all night.
Exactly, exactly. And all right, score is now 13-5, Chapman on top.
Natalie Spencer getting to that ball.
Great back and forth right now. Oh, and out of bounds. Point Panthers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing to hear, as you know, we're going to see Julian Kennison hearing from that bench, you know, seeping the energy off, that I like to say, as now another shank for the Beavers.
Oh, and right over the net, tip by the Beavers.
Natalie Spencer hitting hard angle there.
Oh, and right over the net. All right, point Beavers. But still, pretty sizable lead right now. These are the points that Chapman just loves to keep over the opposing team. And now Chapman is only 6 points away from our 20 benchmark.
Yeah, obviously Sophia Parker, we've talked about her quite a bit tonight. She was in our pre-show, and she's showing why the Beavers are still in this.
Exactly.
One of their few service aces tonight there. Obviously, Clara Cronin got a hand on it, but that one was shanked. So, you know, now Sophia Parker looking to, you know, take this lead and bite it off bit by bit. Only 7 points now.
Let's see it happen. Oh. Point.
The same thing.
Beavers.
That jump serve is really throwing Clara Cronin off. Not sure if she thinks it's going to go longer. She's doing the jump serve, but it's got a little bit of backspin on it. It's cutting a little bit shorter than she thinks it's going to. Let's see if she can adjust.
Exactly, exactly.
Ooh, that was close.
That was.
Spencer was there for it.
Oh my gosh. High in the air. Oh, let's go Panthers. Past couple been going to the Beavers, but now Panthers are back at it. Let's go.
Yep. Using the hands there, playing high hands. Natalie Spencer with a perfectly placed rolled shot. Got it to go off the hands, and it's a point for the Panthers, just like you said, Lindsay.
Exactly. There we go. All right, and now Hannah Callahan with the serve. Oh, amazing attack by number 4 right there on the Beavers.
Marley Johnson playing it safe, a free ball over. The Beavers need to capitalize. Oh, no way, Jose. Annika says, let me hit it with one hand, send it back. Oh my word. Annika Do it again.
Let's see that again. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see that serve from Hannah. Oh.
That ball hit very well.
Exactly, exactly. That was, Julian Kennison just went right off her arm, but that was a thunderous hit from the Beavers, so no worries. Oh my gosh.
Clara Cronin stepping right back onto the court. Had a few shanks earlier, but looking to wipe it off and get right back to
Celine Wu
it.
serving the ball.
That's a big ace there for the Beavers. The lead now only 6.
All right, all right. And Celine back with the ball. Marley digging that high in the air. Oh, and right over the net by Annika.
Marley Johnson from the back row.
Amazing.
We're going to say that one's in. The Beavers, like we said, just need to take it bit by bit, chop it down.
That was barely in. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Great ball control. All right,
you can hear the bench saying side out.
Yep. Oh, that was barely in bounds. Marley Johnson with an amazing attack. That was just some beautiful gameplay right there. That was the definition of a great hit.
Yeah, Natalie Spencer rising to the occasion, making sure her presence is known on the court, recording another kill on her stat sheet.
All right,
Gabby
let's see
Carbonell with the
this.
serve.
Ooh, Claire Perhatch with a great attack right there.
Annika with a great save off the net. Way to be patient there.
Wow, amazing dig by Kennison.
They push it out to the pin.
Oh!
Marley says no way. Marley reaches over and says, nope, not today. Not
Point
today.
Panthers, let's go. Panthers are now only 2 points away from the 20 benchmark. What? This is amazing. This lead that's been able to be kept by the Panther team. What do you think is going on, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, just not a lot of rallies going the way of the Beavers here. They've had 2 or 3 points here and there, but nothing past 5 for sure. And, you know, that's what you really need. You need to force a timeout. You need to force them to kind of break up the energy there, because the Panthers have had the energy consistently since kind of halfway through that first set. So needed to stop it, needed to break it up. And you can see Tom Gardner not calling a timeout here, just kind of letting this one go.
Exactly, exactly. And one player that I think has been really strong on the Beaver side has been number 4, Elise Backer. She's been great. Look at her go. She has been just a driving force on the Beavers team. And now we have the ball back on the Beavers side. Oh, and point Beavers.
Yeah, you're still happy if you're getting that. Obviously, the Beavers still fighting for this. Only 6 points now. Like we said, if they can go on a run past 5, making sure to break up the energy. But, I mean, here we go. Obviously, the Panthers looking like they're trying to get in rotation here.
Yes, lots of energy coming from the Panthers, the rest of the Panthers team. Wow, amazing attack.
It's a good idea there for Marley to go deep roll shot. Natalie Spencer.
Oh, let's go, Natalie. That was amazing.
Making her presence known as a senior.
Yes,
saying,
she
you got to
is.
press your hands over. Don't just leave them there for me. As Natalie Spencer puts the Panthers within 1 of reaching their goal of 20 to push this to the edge. But now we're seeing, you know, a pretty exciting sub. That's Kaylee Kurth, the freshman from Fullerton, California, subbing on for the first time that I've seen. Let's see Kaylee and see what she can do.
This is exciting. I love to see the new freshmen coming out onto the court. This is really great to see what they can do in these new moments.
And
all right,
that is going to be 20.
Let's see it.
The Panthers have now reached the 20-point mark tonight. The first team that's got to 20 has won each set. In all of my years of commentating, it's been that way. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Odds are looking likely that the Panthers will take this win.
Now 20-13. After that service error, I have to put up the number 3 now. Only 3 service errors through 3 sets so far. You can't scoff at it. It's pretty good. It's about their average as well, so they're happy with that.
Exactly, exactly. And that was number 4 serving the ball right there. Oh my gosh, point Panthers, let's see it.
You can hear the crowd erupt. Freshman Kaylee coming
Let's
out
go,
and putting up her
Kaylee.
first kill tonight. Shout out Kaylee. That's great stuff and perfectly executed.
This is amazing. This is just a magical game in so many different regards. It's Marley's birthday. Just an overall amazing magic. And the amazing new freshman, Kaylee, just demonstrating her worth on the court.
Now the set's out. Will Clara go back? She finds Marley. Marley expertly placing these roll shots over their hands. I mean, you got to be happy about it.
Exactly, exactly. Panthers raking in the points right now. This is amazing. They've worked hard to get where they are, and they're just proving their worth right now. Oh!
Claire not going down without a fight.
No,
She's
she is
saying
not.
we can still be in this. This is not over. It's 22-14. Let's finish this game out strong, girls.
Exactly, exactly. All right, Claire serving the ball right now. Oh, and point Panthers, Marley Johnson with that amazing attack. She has been attacking and just hitting those balls right in bounds in the backcourt tonight. That has been her move of the evening. All right, let's see what's going on right now. Oh, amazing attack by the Beavers. And Gabby Carbonell setting up the ball, and freshman Kaylee hitting it just in bounds.
Kaylee,
let's go.
Using the high hands there.
That
It
was
is now
amazing.
set and match point. This is incredible to see. The Panthers looking to close this one out in 3. They may break my prediction.
This has truly been an amazing game overall. Just magic from the Panthers side and from the Beavers side.
Come on.
Oh,
Come
Kaylee with the
on.
winning shot of the game. That was amazing. Oh my God, the freshman demonstrating her worth right there. The ball barely in bounds in the backcourt. That was truly an amazing way to end this game.
Kaylee Kurth, 3 points in the last 8. 3 kills on her stat sheet, playing high hands, playing angles, playing deep. I mean, come on, you got to be happy with that. As the girls are now shaking hands with one another, the Chapman Panthers winning pretty handedly tonight, 3-0. I mean, it's pretty intense.
This is amazing. We were talking about before the game, what do we think is going to happen? Dan was thinking that the Beavers be able to win one, have one to them, but nope. Their lose streak has continued to now 7, and they've been shut out with 3-0.
Yeah, the Panthers taking this game by storm and winning pretty handedly. That first set was a little back and forth in the beginning, but after they reached that 20 mark that first set, it was all Panther Nation. But we got to talk about our MVP for tonight,
of course.
obviously. Honestly, this has been amazing to hear. But first, let's talk to Ainsley Savant, who's got down there at the sideline once again.
Thanks, Dan and Lindsay. I'm here with the MVP of the night, Julian Kennison. That was quite a game. You were dominating the court tonight. My first question for you is, how important is it to get on top early on in this game?
It's really important. Like volleyball, we talk about all the time. It's like a game of momentum. So like one scrappy defense play can make or break the next 2 points. So it's important.
Of course. And were there any communicative strategies that you and your team used during this game? I mean, you had all 3 sets that you guys won, but do you want to touch on that a little bit?
We kind of just try to get, like you said, get on them early and keep communicating, stay in the game, focus on our side, not pay attention to what's happening on the other side.
Yeah, for sure. And were there any expectations that you had coming into this game, and did your team exceed those expectations coming out?
I don't think we try not to have expectations. We try to just play our best volleyball. We did beat them in 3 the first time, so we were hoping that would happen, but we just wanted to play well, have fun.
Well, that's what it looked like out there. It looks like you guys were having a lot of fun out there. Well, thank you so much, Julian. Go celebrate with your teammates. Go for it. But this was such a great game for the Panthers. Thank you so much. I'm Ainsley Savant, but I will be sending it back to you in the booth, Dan and Lindsay.
Great job. That interview was awesome to hear from Julian Kennison. Obviously, like you said, she was dominant all over the court tonight. We saw some of those highlights. I mean, you can't really ask for much more. Obviously, the Chapman Panthers coming with the 3-0 victory, repeating what they did last time Caltech came here to the Panther Den at Hutton Sports Center.
Exactly. It was just a beautiful game to watch overall. And like I was saying, there was truly just magic out on the court tonight in so many different realms. The magic of Julian Kennison, Olivia Sampson, and so many other players like Hannah Callahan all really demonstrated the amazing drive and force of this team. And also, what was truly magical was what we could see at the end there with the new freshman Kaylee just serving, like just having 3 new points in the game. That was amazing. Her amazing gameplay in this game was truly just great to watch, and it really showed how this team is there for each other and supportive, and that carries into how they can play their games.
It was an amazing game, a great SCIAC conference game, and if you want to follow more and watch more here on the Chapman Sports Broadcasting Network, be sure to follow all our socials at CSBN Live. But for now, from Hutton Sports Center, I'm Dan Badson, joined by my lovely co-host, Lindsey Johnson. I mean, it was an awesome game to spend some time with you guys. And if you want to watch some more CSBN, be sure to follow all of our socials, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
The final